A military truck loaded with ammunition was driving on a mountain road. However, at a bend, another vehicle suddenly appeared, startling the driver into turning the steering wheel sharply. Due to inertia, the grenades inside the truck's cargo area were all flung out and rolled down the slope into the valley. Immediately, the 3 soldiers on the truck rushed over to check, but the crates containing the grenades had already disappeared into the bushes. Soon after, the new recruit company, which was conducting field training nearby, received an alert to immediately seal off the surrounding area and search for the crates to prevent the grenades from falling into the hands of criminals. Quickly, the new recruits used small red flags to mark out the safe zones, but because the terrain was so complex, they were only able to recover less than half of the grenades. With no other choice, the company commander ordered the squad leaders to expand the perimeter. However, a heavy rainstorm was imminent in their area, so the new recruits had to work faster. Thanks to their efforts, they soon completed the task. But when they gathered to head back to the camp, 2 new recruits were missing. The squad leader tried to call them on the radio, but he didn't know that the 2 had accidentally slipped down a cliff and lost their radios, making it impossible for the main group to contact them. The squad leader had no choice but to report the situation to the company commander. The company commander located the position of the recruits' radios, but when the squad leader found the radios, the 2 new recruits were nowhere in sight. Meanwhile, the 2 new recruits were also preparing to return and join the main group, but since the female recruit had injured her ankle, the male recruit had to carry her on his back. Soon, heavy rain began to pour from the sky. They had to find shelter, and fortunately, they discovered a cave. After the rain stopped, the recruit stepped out of the cave. At that moment, the recruit suddenly heard a cry for help. He found that the sound was coming from above the cliff, so he climbed up with great effort and discovered a van overturned on the ground. The recruit saw that the driver was unconscious inside the vehicle, and the doors were locked from the inside, so he smashed the window with a rock and opened the door. After checking the driver's injuries, the recruit found that the driver had a head wound and needed urgent medical attention. Then, he noticed that the van's fuel tank was leaking, so he removed the seat cushion, soaked it in some fuel, and found a lighter in the driver's pocket. He lit the cushion on fire. Meanwhile, the company commander, who was still down the cliff, saw the thick smoke in the sky, and just like that, they successfully found the recruit and rescued the injured driver.